All right, guys, what's going on? How's everyone doing today? We are live. We're getting ready for this is the calm before the storm. There's a bunch of stuff to talk about. Fight starts in less than 24 hours. We got the Quebec Canada card. Guys, I upload that's Amon Khatiev versus Adam Danes. That's on the channel. Fight predictions playlist. Check that out. We could talk about that today. We also have to talk about I just uploaded Diego Pacheco versus Kevin Sadjo. Fight prediction playlist, stats don't lie. Give you my prediction analysis of that one as well. And I'm going to get to, I think I'm going to do Arturo Popoca and Cesar Vaca. There's a lot of stuff I want to get to. We'll see if we have time. So before I get to everyone's comments, I'm going to, you know what? Let me get to these comments. I was going to stick to a script, but what's Manny talking about? Yo, Gary, what? How you guys call me Gary? Manny, what's yo man? You got what's your are you what's your Discord name, Manny? Look, I have a couple moderators and some what they're doing behind the scenes, guys, is they're trying to a lot of you guys your names okay, let me fix it. A lot of you guys your names don't correlate with inside it. You shouldn't be MMA better shouldn't be. You said you're banned? Let me check. I'm going to it right now. Give me a second. Cuz this is like the fourth message I got today about this. MMA better. I have a list of you banned. Try now. You weren't banned. There's a list of like 15 people. We're trying to figure out who's who, and the 15 people whose names in the Discord that don't match haven't been banned. They put one of the moderators put a timeout. You should be back. Could you check for me, please, before we continue, Manny? And I'll put a note that Manny is the MMA better. It's just confusing because a lot of you guys, we're just trying to make sure that the paywall stays consistent because obviously the paywall is connected from YouTube to the Discord. But Manny, could you check for me to see if it should be fine now? All good. We're just trying to keep everything copacetic with names. Dwayne in the house. What's going on? Shoulder Boulder Day. All right, guys, since we're getting ready to go, I think we're back on track. If anybody else feels that their Discord isn't working, could you just do what Manny just did? And I apologize if that's the case. We're just trying to get everything organized because we're getting busy. We're growing, and we're just trying to match everyone's names with what you signed up for on our Google Analytics page. But other than that, I think we're good now. All right, there you go. You got two YouTube names. Beautiful. Glad we figured that out, guys. Uh, if you haven't already, could you go to Boxing News Now? Boxing News Now. It's we launched it 2 days ago. It's a product that I need. It's a product that I needed. I needed a 24/7 live stream so I could check on up-to-date boxing news. I could check up-to-date boxing odds. So we created that. So me and a small team of software developers, we created a hosting platform to where Boxing News Now, we launched it about a day and a half ago. We got about 60 subscribers. Whenever you can, go there, hit subscribe. This is a passion project. It's going to be evolving in some really exciting ways. And for the JSB insiders, this product will always be free. But as it's evolving, there are going to be some exciting news to announce in the next few months. Go support that. Boxing News Now for all you boxing heads like myself. All right. It's just fun. I got called Gary again. G in the house. Salvador. I see the boys in here. Pacheco round 6. All right. Let's talk about Diego. Guys, I'm going to pin. I'm going to give you my long parlay. So I wanted, we had to do a little bit of housekeeping there. What I'm going to do is do the long parlay in this live stream. Let me do that next. I'm going to do the long parlay now. Then I'll do my Diego Pacheco and Sadjo prediction and breakdown. I'll do like a 2-minute spiel if you guys don't want to watch the Stats Don't Lie video. And then I'll leave the stage open to you guys. If any of the JSP insiders want to come on, I'll share the link and you could come on. So let's do the long parlay first. I'm having trouble with the internet. So Usually I'd be sharing a screen here, but it's out of whack, dude. I guess let me keep stall. This is frustrating. I'll just until that internet, my second device comes on, I'm just gonna take your questions. Whenever it comes back on, I'll I love my mom. Working out. You're working out with your best friend. That's awesome, brother. Teach her the ways. All right, Mike from Melbourne says, "Hey Johnny, just watched last couple fights for Pulev and Gassiev. Gassiev path to victory looks like knockout, land, liver shot, or right overhand. He has good endurance, but get hits a lot. Guys, this is you guys. I can't say it enough how educated you guys are, how much effort you put into this, how much you guys, a lot of you boys like Mike put probably similar amount of time as I put into this. You have to know though, and I've been saying this all week. Personally, I'm not going full bankroll this week. I'm not going full bankroll because there's a lot of fights like this. Gassiev versus Pulev. These are older heavyweights, guys. You're going to be looking at jab and grab, a jab and grab festival, in my opinion. The odds are kind of what, 2-1. Gassiev, is he the favorites? Is he the dog? I'm pretty sure. He should be the dog. No, Gassiev's the favorite. Kubrat Pulev is the underdog, the Bulgarian heavyweight. I mean, when we're taping these guys, we're savages. So I think Gassiev is the safe bet. It's just, don't bet the house on him. I'm looking at my device here because my laptop here, the internet's going crazy, dude. I'm just frustrated. So I have an 8-leg. It only pays about 2-1. This is my long parlay. I'll post this. I'm gonna post this in the Discord. I'll just I'll vocalize this one. Here's a long parlay, and you could dissect it or you could ask me questions afterwards. I'm gonna post this in the Discord. This is on the money line. This is just for fun. Some of these odds are pretty insane. Obviously, on the money line, I'm gonna take Kataev. I do have a method of victory for Kataev. That's on a separate ticket. I'm taking Gamont over Hisseni money line. I'm taking Gassiev on the money line over Pulev. I broke down tape of Salas versus Gekekse. It's flying under the radar. This is a world title fight in Mexico. Jose Salas. I like Salas on the money line. I think he's a level above the South African. Should be a fun fight. I'm taking Tito money line. I'm taking Kevin Brown money line. These odds are nothing's jumping off the paper. Sky on the money line. And I'm taking Joe Cordina. I take Flores and Cordina. I think Cordina, he takes a lot of shit. I think Cordina is going to be up for this fight. I like Joe Cordina's class. I think his pedigree. I think Cordina should get it done, even though he's on the B side. I'm putting him on the parlay and then Diego on the money line. I do have Diego on a prop, just to let you know. I like Norer Mikelian over Badu Jack, but I'm not going to put him there. So this one's just a 9-legger, guys. Katiev, Gumont, Gassiev, Reyes, Mercado, Brown, Nicholson, Cordina, Pacheco, 329. $100 gets you your money back plus $229. So we're in plus money, not quite. A little bit more than 2-1 odds. I left some of the more popular fights off because I'm going to use those for props and method of victories. There are a couple bets that I really do like. I'm about 90% sure about my dog of the week. I think I'm going to roll the dice and take Caesar Vaca to beat Arturo Popoca. When I lock that in, I'll let you know in the next 24 hours. There's my long parlay. We talked about the boxing news now. Go join there. Pacheco versus Sadjo. All right, guys. I broke this tape down. You can watch my whole theory on this. I think Sadjo's style, very brave style. Think about Christian and Billy, front foot, volume. He's going to be pressuring you. He's going to be throwing a lot of shots. Now, Diego Pacheco is going to have an over 10-inch reach advantage. Over 10 inches. Almost a foot reach, right? He's 6'4". Sadjo's 5'8". They say Sadjo's 35. Sadjo looks like he's damn near 45 years old. I'm not even clowning. You guys know I like to clown, but I'm not even, he does not look 35. And so you mix that style with Pacheco, a guy who likes to fight on the outside, likes to fight on the inside, technical. He could use the jab when he wants to. He likes fighting on the inside with his body shots. We know what Sadjo wants to do. I think Pacheco and Sadjo is tailor-made for actually a firefight, and I like Pacheco to win this fight. I have him on the money line. I'm waiting for props to drop. I think Pacheco could get Sadjo out of there late. Sadjo's really tough, 26-0, 23 knockouts, never been stopped, never lost. I know all that. I get all that. But when I'm looking at the tape and I'm looking at who he's fought, they do have a common opponent in Jack Cullen. They both beat him. I just think that Diego's trajectory, where he's trending, his size, his physicality, his energy, his youthfulness, all of these things, who he's fought, his resume, how they moved him along. We know he left Benavidez Sr. He's training with Omar Villanueva down in LA. He said that this move had nothing to do with a personal move. This had everything to do with Diego wanting to go back home, wanting to go back to Southern California. So thousands of rounds sparred Diego in the last 5 years with David Benavidez. I think he's going to look good. I think we're going to see a really good version of Pacheco. He's coming off those 2 wins, decision against McCumbee, decision against Steven Nelson. And I like Pacheco. I'm waiting for odds to drop on the stoppage. And, no shade to Sadjo. I just don't, in the tape, I don't think that 26-0, 88% knockout to win ratio, I don't trust it. That's all I'm saying. I just don't trust it. Sadjo is nothing but way more stiff. Front foot, forward terrible. Pacheco going to get him out of there. I mean, they're both 5'8". They're both bodied up. They're both muscular. They're both front foot fighters. They both have a lot of volume. I think they're kind of similar. Ciprian Munguia, you guys asked me about this fight last night. Look, I haven't had time. I did look into the world title fight in Mexico, though. Salas versus South African. I think you guys asked me for that. I like Salas in that fight. Jaleel Hackett and Justin Valoria feature on back. Really? Justin Valoria is fighting. Valoria is in my prospect watch list. This is crazy. I didn't know that. Where is that? Are you guys getting odds on that? Valoria is a fun little prospect. Jaleel Hackett, we always feature Jaleel. This is because they don't have promoters. This is terrible. Jaleel Hackett should be getting marketed. He should be getting promoted. This is a kid who was put in there as a teenager with some really tough opponents. He's still really young, too. So this is crazy. This actually bums me out that I did not know that Jaleel Hackett and Valoria were even fighting. Did you guys know that Alasquaga is fighting on Wednesday? I just found that out. He's fighting in Japan. So Wednesday night, I'll be at the fight in Sydney, Tim Tszю's fight. That same night in Japan, we have a world title fight, Alasquaga. There's so many fights starting tomorrow, guys. Like I told you, as soon as we see the Quebec-Canada cards start, we literally have from Australia, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. We have a break on. We have almost 6 days straight. Almost 6 days straight of fights, which is crazy. So we have a lot of action to talk about. My internet is still not working. Well, the internet's working here. My second device isn't working. It's just crazy. So any bounce you see worth sprinkling the pre-fight draw. Guys, I don't bet draws. I'm sorry. It's not. I know that if you're gonna bet a draw, I would suggest live bet it. It's always, I see a lot more success in our Discord with the boys who live bet draws. Basically, you get a keen eye or you understand the game. You start seeing how a fight is trending. You start playing in the politics side, where the fight's located, who's the A side, what the fight's looking like around round 3, round 4. I would say live bet the draw, but it's not in my DNA to bet draws. It's just a psychology thing for me. I can't go into a fight and say this is going to be an even fight. I have to pick a winner. That's just me being truthful. Look at all these fights you guys are going. You guys are savages. Don't ever assume you think it's stoppage. Look, the last time I bet against Nonito Donaire, he shut me up. Nonito Donaire is 59 years old and he's still doing the damn thing. So, do I think the stoppage? I don't know, man. I don't know what to say. But every time Nonito Donaire is still doing the goddamn thing. Satsumi, it's gonna be a fun fight. We always bet on draws, no Diddy. Y'all savages though. I know you do. Y'all cast me betting on draws, no Diddy. No Diddy to me will never not be funny. All right, give me Gabriel Flores. I thought Cordino looked rough last time around. He gets a random dude on 2 days' notice. Yeah, wow, you're taking Gabriel Flores because of the way. Guys, sometimes it's tough to fight guys on short notice. You know what I mean? Like it's not. We have to understand boxing's about game planning. They call it the sweet science for a reason. Styles make fights for a reason. You could be in fight camp and fight ready, and then a last second opponent change, and just because that opponent isn't a well known name doesn't mean you're just gonna cruise. Not everybody has that bag to be able to cruise against anybody, a blanket opponent. So I don't know. I understand what you're saying, 79. I wouldn't use that to bet against Cordina. I don't think Cordina's as bad as people think he is. I think he's a level above Flores' bag. And I think Cordina's going to go in there and do what he has to do as the B side. I think he's the favorite for a reason. He's going to get Flores his best work, though. He's going to get his best version. Hometown fight for him. The crowd's going to be on his side. I think Cordina should be able to class it out, though. Yeah, I think he should be able to class it out. Yeah, but the guy he beat wasn't near good as Flores. I get, yeah. Look, I understand that. And it's no shade on Flores. Maybe I'm not one to trash Joe Cordina. Joe Cordina was matched with Shakur Stevenson for a reason, and you guys try to shade Anthony Kakachi, but I'm a fan of Kakachi. I think Kakachi's a dog. Kakachi is a tough out for anybody. You know what I'm saying? So Kakachi, we just saw, it kind of rubbed people the wrong way with him sort of like swerving past the Sugar Nunez fight to get the Lee Wood fight. But, money, 34, 35, 36 years old, Kakachi made that decision as a business move. It paid off for him. And, he had to give up, he had to give up the strap, though, which is kind of crazy. But, yeah, that's why we love the game, man. It's why we love this sport. I'm not going to ever sit here and tell you that I know more than you. I'm going to sit here and tell you that I put the energy and effort in. And if at the end of the day, the one thing you'll know for sure is that you're going to get my authentic opinion, what I'm seeing. I think Joe Cordina, world class, world level. You don't get paired, you don't get matched up with Shakur Stevenson. Matched up, not like a short notice sort of scenario. The kid who fought him on like 72 hours notice. His name's slipping my mind. The plumber kid who has some game to him. I'm pissed I can't remember his name. But no, Cordino's legit matched up. I think he's a level above Flores. I think he should handle him. I do. So yeah, that's where I stand on that. 3D. Gary. 79. Flores got 2 L's, and we know his level. Salvador. Shakur was his intro into the UK, but didn't happen. I know. Crazy. 2 L's to big hitters who are both better than Cordina. Not Padley, yeah. Guys, I'll pull it up. So 79. Come on and spit game, man. Come on the live and because you had a good take. You always have good takes, actually. You had a good take 2 weeks ago on, and I think didn't you give us the broken hand read? One of you boys gave us the read on Roach, and I didn't listen. But so you're thinking you like Flores to beat Cordina. It could happen. You know what I mean? Guys, this is one of those weeks where I told you I'm not going full bankroll. I'm not betting full bankroll. We got pretty much 6 days straight of fights starting tomorrow. None of them are really like the best in the world at their division. We're not getting 1 of 1 or 1 of 2 fights. So anything could freaking happen, guys. El Venato is awkward to beat the shit out of Conlon. Underrated. Yeah, what do you guys think of Tito Mercado? Mercado's fighting. Let me pull that up real quick. Does anybody else think Arturo Popica is on upset alert against Cesar Vaca? I brought this up all week. I haven't really been hearing you guys asking about this fight. Did anybody watch or rewatch Sam Goodman versus Vaca? While the odds are shifting big, and Flores was at $3.05. He's at $3.35 now. The money's coming in on Cordina. I don't like those odds. I mean, why not sprinkle on Flores? If you guys are odd hunting, if you're dog hunting, Flores is definitely live. Am I taking that bet? No, I'm not going to take that bet. I do like Norera Mikhailian. I think there's just a lot of these fights, even though on paper you're seeing world titles. There's a world title in Mexico. Salas versus the South African. Technically, Gassiev versus Pulev is a world title. But there's not a lot of 1-on-1 fights. Like best in the world. Yeah, okay. Let's just keep that on the download then, because this is my dog. This is my dog of the week. Okay. Okay, let's go. So yeah, I watched it. Vaca's output too low, but game. How good is it? And we know RGBA that camp. He's good. You know Arturo Papoca. Good output, good body puncher, good game plan. I don't know if he's ready, man. I think Cesar Vaca. We've seen Cesar Vaca fight at the world level. We've seen it. Man. I swear he dropped Sam Goodman. It wasn't called a knockdown. I'm gonna have to watch the whole damn fight. What's up, Jeff Hefe? So I'm taking Vaca. Just gets hit too much. Sometimes when he doesn't want to, he's a dog. What's up, fan boxing booth? Vaca. Vaca rips up in other fights. He did drop Goodman, but not counted. Yeah, yeah. I think this is a fun fight to bet on. I wouldn't say he beat Goodman. You know, it was closer than the scorecards. I'll give you that. It was closer than the scorecards. He's a dog. Like I said, if you're gonna put your money on an underdog, you want to have your underdog to be a dog here. Cesar Vaca is going to be in there fighting. He's going to give your bet. Look at my guy's picture. Freaky Vidzi. What a photo. Damn. For me, 12 rounds is too long for Joe to not catch Flores. Yeah, I'm not seeing Flores being at Cordina's level. I just don't think Flores is at that level. Goodman controlled the fight. He controlled it with his jab, his distance, his range, all that world class. The little things that separate class. Johnny, what's your take? 10.5 over. I think Cordina. I like Cordina on the money line. Cordina on points. Nobody sees Cordina stopping Flores. So yeah, so it's torn. This is fine. Flores by decision. El Gallo says. I like Cordina on points. A whole goddamn stream and my goddamn sorry taking the Lord's name in vain, but not having the Wi-Fi working on my second device is I kind of feel like I'm naked out here with my big ass head. I do like Cordina. I like the over. I like Cordina on points. I think we're gonna see a lot of decisions this weekend. No one's talking about Katiev versus Adam Danis. Did you guys tape Katiev versus Danis? You guys saw my take. I want to hear your take. We are an open book. Flores got that Mexican. Of course, these are fighters, Sal. Look, this is and like I said, this is Flores. This is a big opportunity for Flores. He's not a bad dog. He's not a bad he's not a bad. I mean, I know a lot of people. If Flores comes through in our Discord, we're gonna see those tickets. But right now, people aren't saying they're taking them. I'm big on your upset this week. I'm going Vaca. Let's go, Chris. Chris Weeks, my guy. Chris, be guys. If you're in the Discord, if you're new to the Discord, there's a few of the boys in the Discord who have been there since day one. They kind of play the whole troll game. They mean well. Try not to go back and forth in the Discord. We're here to build community. We're here to learn. We're here to make money. Yeah, sometimes when people are typing, it's a lot of don't play it back, mate. With 79. 79, take money line too. Cordina gets hit a lot, so knockout is live type. Shit, dude. 79's talking stoppages out here. 79's talking stoppages. You know what it is? You know why? Because we got no faith as now. Granted, I live in Australia, but I'm American. We got no faith as American boxing fans and Brits coming to America. Can I say it? Can I say it? I think a lot of that has to do with that. I remember how happy you guys were. How happy you guys were when Josh Kelly drew against Ray Robinson at the Garden. You guys were happy. So all of a sudden, Cordina gets stopped against Anthony Kakachi, a legit world level world champion type guy. And now we're talking about Gabe Flores is going to stop him. 30% knockout to win ratio. I mean, I don't know. I mean, we'll see. I understand. I understand that it's not like I have a huge personal trust and faith in Joe Cordina. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that he's my lock of the week. I understand the trepidation on a Brit coming over to America. I get it. Mexican chin, but not effort. Chris Weeks. No relation to Tony Weeks. Maybe he's related to Tony Weeks. I've been here since day. You in day one, Chris Weeks. I think you just, Chris. I think you just did. You just jump in the Discord though, or were you always here? I hear you. I'm leaning with Papoka. Should be a great fight. Should be a great fight. Look, Arturo Papoka has height. He has height for a reason. But we know about hyped fighters. We know every now and then. What's the kid's name? Chop Chop. I remember everybody was thinking that Chop Chop was gonna dog walk Dana Colwell. Dana had just fought. I think Dana had just fought Shushu Carrington. Lost the decision. I think he got dropped in that fight. And then he takes on, I think he fights Chop Chop after, who's also in camp with Arturo. He's an RGBA guy. I thought Chop Chop struggled with Colwell. I thought that fight was a lot closer than the card said. I'm looking at, I mean, go to, when you're looking at Popoka's opponents, I mean, it really hasn't fought much. Danny Flores won a majority decision. That fight was close. You know, he fought Edgar Joe Cortez, the last second replacement. Cesar Vaca, I mean, up until Sam Goodman, I mean, he fought George, you know, a lot of people didn't know who he was either. I mean, he fought Eric Ayala, Eric Robles. So I think he's a live dog here, mate. I don't think those scorecards, the Sam Goodman scorecards, were really wide, too. 100 to 90, 91, 99, 99, 92. I thought the fight was a lot closer. I definitely gave Vaca at least, you know, 3 rounds. 3 rounds, maybe, you know, maybe 4. Maybe 4. There were close rounds. There were some close rounds. I like Vaca. If there is one, you know, there's a few dogs that are live. You guys, Flores, you know, I'll give you Flores. Flores might be live. No one's talking about Tito Mercado versus Antonio Moran. How do you guys see that fight going? Yeah, Danis looks tough, but Kataev is a little different. Impressed me with Morel, even though he'd peep. Yo, the thing about, so if we're talking about Amon Kataev, this fight goes down in less than 24 hours in Canada. Adam Danis, they're almost what they want to do, orthodox southpaw, front foot. They're going to be battering rams, right? They're like this, almost the same height, same size. Kataev is just going to be a little bit better. Danis is a guy who is known for his durability and toughness, and we know how tough Kataev is. I think this matchup, it's going to be a fun fight. Some of the knock on Kataev, they, you know, if you want to learn, you know, we watched him overcome cardio issues against Derval Palacio. Derval Palacio 2 fights ago, it looked like Kataev was going to get him out of there early, and he couldn't. And then it looked like he was fading, and Palacio was landing freaking bombs, dude. Kataev got a chin on him, and he got through it. It was his first fight that he went the distance, won on points. And then he fights Morel and went the distance again. So, and a lot of people, you know, he lost a split decision, and there's definitely an argument that Kataev, some people think he won that fight. So it's going to be a fun fight. I think Kataev, I'm taking Kataev by stoppage. Danis has been stopped twice. And his other third loss, he got beat pillar to post. So like I said, he's known for his toughness. He wears that on his sleeve. You don't want to be known for being the toughest guy. You want to be known for being a good boxer. You want to be known for being a champion. If you're known in the boxing ring is from your toughness and that's it, that means you're taking a beating. We'll see. I'm not getting any props yet. We got Win Santiago with the super sticker player. Thanks, Win. I appreciate you. Win is a perfect name for your first name because you always be winning, player. Always sends me those emails. My guy right here, he's been linked in and locked in for months. Good luck this weekend, big dog. Let's all eat. 79. Nah, bro. Did you see him finish the fight versus Lopez? Dude survived. Absolute beating. He's got heart. 79. What's your lean then? Katiev is winning. Agree. Erolano versus Flores with some absurd scorecard. So if it goes the distance, watch out for that. Cali commission. The Stockton boys. Damn, in Ohio and in Australia. You know. Yeah, man. I left Northeast Ohio when I was 18. Born in Youngstown. I'm a Youngstown, Ohio kid. And then went from Youngstown to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, to Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, to Long Beach, California, to Las Vegas, Nevada, now to Sydney. Mama, don't let your sons grow up to be cowboys, something like that. Well, do you think Cordina is a sure win? There are no such thing as sure wins. I don't think anything is a sure win. Am I picking Cordina to win? Yes. But half the chat thinks that Flora. This is the best part about not having an echo chamber, Freaky, is that you're going to get both sides on this channel. And if we disagree, I'm not going to throw shade. You know what I'm saying? If we disagree, we disagree. We don't have to hate on each other. I'm taking Cordina. He's the B side. He's in Flores' hometown. He's the favorite for a reason. I think Cordina could look old. He could get walked, or he could look world class and hungry. Motivated, switched on, hungry Cordina, who still thinks he's world level. I think he handles Flores easily. Remember, Brits lose to Mexicans. We got this is my favorite thing about boxing. I love connecting the dots on narratives. Here's my brother from another. What's up, player? Flores wins 4 rounds. He gets the decision. Huh. You on point. I agree with what you're saying. Flores just turned 25, I believe. Oh, yeah. We got some Flores in here. New to online chat, but been watching you since the very beginning. Appreciate you, big dog. We're climbing the charts, baby. We're climbing the charts. The best thing is the community here with the boys. We're just chatting boxing. Yeah, Dan is a good kid, man. He's a friend of mine. He's just had a child, and he's getting ready for a big 2026. Still young. They've thrown him in there with the Wolves. The boxing commission did him dirty. I could speak for him in this moment. He did not. That failed drug test was bullshit. He was not pop. He didn't piss dirty. It was the whole how they did him was so dirty. I brought it up on past live streams. Arturo being working hard in the gym, and anyone that gets trained by RGBA always, of course, he's the favorite for a reason. Pacheco is the favorite for a reason, of course. Mercado wins by knockout. Antonio Moran, early or late. I like Tito here. I think Tito's going to show off and show out. I do like Diego here. Diego's my pick. Katiev going to set up his power. Katiev, mate, did you guys see the videos he put up on his Instagram of him working the head movement? He's like, you could tell he was reading the comments, and so he posts all of his training videos of him. All of that. It's like this dude was definitely reading the comments. Yeah, I thought Moreau was going to cook him, but Katiev got some. He got nice power. He got durability. He has a good base. It's just, he thinks he has that triple G chin. And so far, I mean, the dude's neck, like, people think that having a strong chin is just, it's like, the traps, it's all of that. Being able to just take a shot. And he has that. Like, he's a big boy. Hold on. This dude popped dirty. He's suspended for 2 years. I can't let one live stream go without bringing this up. He's suspended for 2 years for pissing hot. We all know it. As long as he doesn't box in Russia, he can box. What a freaking what the hell? If I was doing press, you got how do you not bring that up? All right, so Mom, we know you pissed hot. You failed a drug test after Morrell, and the IBA bans you for 2 years as long as you don't fight in Russia. Talk to me. Being over tough isn't a great argument, but he definitely ain't saw. Facts. Facts. That explains the sport. Dinas need that head movement drill. Yeah, I think he's gonna get caught. I think he's gonna get caught. I think he's tailor made. I think Dennis is tailor made for Katiev to look good. This is matchmaking, guys. Matchmaking for a reason. You know who his management is, right? Imam Katiev lives in Sydney, Australia. By the way, he's managed by who? Why is that significant? Because Pops knows how to navigate world routes. Pops knows how to do a lot with not a lot. I mean, look what he did with his son's career. Say what you will about his son, but look how he maneuvered his son's career. I'm talking this. Gotta make that money, man. That money, man, is still the same now. Gotta make that money, man. That money. Think about back in the day when he was 89, little brother on the ground. Think about that one time, Cleveland. He knows how to make that money, man. Money, man. It's still. Yep. What's up, Ram Varley there? Or Sadjo is tailor-made for Pacheco too. They're setting Pacheco up to have. I agree. We see eye to eye here. I totally agree. I think that I think Pacheco is going to have that performance. I think. Look, some guys are torn on what I'm about to say. I think I put relevance on how much a fighter seems to live the life of a fighter, right? When I see a young 24-year-old who lives in the gym, who's training all the time, who adds elements to their game, who puts their hand up to take big fights, doesn't shy away from smoke, who talks openly about wanting to be great. I'm talking about Diego. I rate Diego Pacheco. We have to remember he's still a baby in that division. He's a big dude. It's really we could easily just talk about his physical attributes, the God-given genetics. We could talk about his height, his reach, 79-inch reach. 79-inch reach. We could talk about his power. He could crack too. It's not like he's pillow fisted. He could crack. He's defensive minded when he wants. He's technical when he wants. When he's on the outside using that jab, dude. And then on the inside with the body work. Dude, I mean, it would be impossible to not take so many things also from the thousands of rounds he had spent over the last 5 years sparring David Benavidez. So there's a lot to like about Pacheco. He's one of my favorite fighters under the age of 25. If I had to list my top 10 favorite fighters under the age of 25, Diego Pacheco's in my list. Also, what are your thoughts on Sadjo's power? I don't see it. He has more. So, yeah, he's a smothering style. He's going to want a lot of volume like Zepeda, which leads to knockouts. He's not going to be able to smother Pacheco. No, he's not. What I totally see is Pacheco landing one of his uppercuts. I think the uppercut is the punch to look for. I mean, it's not really shocking to say he's 5'8". Sadjo's 5'8". Diego's 6'4". Sadjo has a 68-inch reach. Diego has a 79-inch reach, and he uses it. You know what I mean? When watch the tape against the fight before Steven Nelson, frame, and then like he throws his uppercut at range, and then he'll throw it from a different angle in close. He changes the angles of his punches. There's a lot of things I like about Pacheco's technique. What he does, not a lot of guys are able to change the angles of their punches. It's just something that you have to really drill. You could tell he drills a lot of the little things, and I like his energy too. I like the energy of like that youthfulness he brings to the ring. I think we're looking at a potential 3-division world champion as he gets older. I'm expecting a knockout. I do. 26-0. Guys, go to Sadjo's. Sadjo's 26-0, 23 knockouts. there's not really a lot of names there. This is one of those, in my opinion, call it what you will. You put the adjective behind it, but these European records, some of these European records. Okay, Manny, MMA better. Do you think Pacheco will win a shutout? I think Sadjo. I think it's going to be. Look, I I think it's going to be close early. I think for the people for people like us who are betting, I think it's going to be stressful early. Pacheco's going to have to be on his P's and Q's. It's not like it's going to be an easy fight. I expect Pacheco to get touched. I just think that what I was told. So I once interviewed an 18-year-old on my channel. He fights out of the Pacific Northwest. Michael Brown. His nick, they call him the Prodigy. I just want to make sure I'm not messing up that name. His father, yeah, I'm definitely messing that. I'm definitely forgetting his first name. Anyway, he's 18 years old. They nicknamed the Prodigy. I've interviewed him multiple times on my channel. This kid, he's a kid who went viral when he was 15, 16 for having like a 54-0 kickboxing record and then like a 22-0 amateur boxing record. Joseph Brown. Joseph the Prodigy Brown. He's been training up in the Pacific Northwest with Diego for a few years now. And he told me once that people, their faces changed. Like Diego has that sort of power that doesn't really look much until you get hit with it. And he's still learning how to sit on his shots. I like Pacheco. I like Pacheco late. I have Arturo Cardenas, Pobaga, and Pacheco parlayed. Easy work. I like Pacheco, but I'm taking Vaca to beat Popoca. But that's just an underdog. Guys, I gotta roll. Stay tuned. I'm going live early tomorrow. I'm going live for the fights. I got a busy day ahead. Check the channel out. Hit subscribe.